understanding psychosocial hazards in your workplace. So it's fair to say that this topic has become and is becoming more and more relevant and important in any size organisation, in any vertical, not only in New Zealand, around the world. If we don't start to understand what psychosocial hazards are, let alone, how we deal with them in the work environment, we're going to become stuck very quickly. So I've done some work around that for you. So in our health and safety frameworks, we've traditionally focused on the stuff that's relatively easy. We can checkbox it. We know that we've got the health and safety program in place, and that's fantastic. This is another aspect that is the framework is written, and it's about really delving into, if you think about it, it's psycho and social. So psycho being the psychological piece to it, and psychological safety, psychological understanding how our employees tick, understanding where the grey areas are around. So who's responsible for those behaviours? Who's responsible for that social isolation, that person that might be showing high signs of anxiety or performance anxiety, or feeling socially disoriented because they've been working in isolation. These are the psycho pieces that we need to really delve into, and it's traditionally not being an area that organisations have skills in. In our HR departments, or people and capability departments, we focus on people, we focus on performance, we focus on health and safety. Yeah, absolutely, but we've never really had to deal with this side. And it's coming into the framework, right? So we have to. So the social piece is, how do we blend the psycho and the social together, because there are hazards, right? These will become hazards in your organisation if you don't understand first and then develop a plan. So what we've done is we've gone through and helped develop a much simpler understanding of what that framework means for you, and we have a white paper available that you might want to just go and download from our site. And secondly, we've put a program together that really helps you to come in and impart some of that knowledge with your leadership tiers, to give them an understanding of A, what it is, and B, how do I even start having those conversations. This actually covers things like bullying. It covers things like grief and loss. It covers things like, when someone has left the organisation really quickly, how do we physically go through a reset process, taking into account some of that physical space and place stuff that's really important as well. How do we know and deal with someone that might be suffering some huge trauma at home and coming into work every day? How do we actually manage and wrap support around that? So take a look, download the white paper at our site, Understanding Psychosocial Hazards, book a time to have a chat to us. We want to get you so prepared for this next wave, so that when this framework hits, that you've actually already checked the box and you know exactly what you're doing.